What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today I have a treat for you, and the name of the treat is D88 electrical scooter. This fantastic scooter has been sent to me by geekbuying.com. Geekbuying is the place where I buy my electronics, electrical scooters and so on. This is the most powerful and fastest electrical scooter that I have ever tried. I'm still learning to control it. As you can see, I cannot do wheelies for certain. It's still a challenge for me. It's heavy, it's big, it's powerful. These are the two most important buttons that you will use on this scooter. It goes eco mode or turbo mode and single motor or dual motor. If you go dual motor and turbo, it's basically hard to start if you are on the softer terrain. If you switch off turbo and keep two motors on, it will be a controlled normal start. The difference between eco and turbo is that on turbo you will have eco mode, your maximum speed is 36 kilometers per hour. On turbo mode, your maximum speed is 90 kilometers per hour. And this thing is pretty accurate compared to the GPS data. I have not tried riding it to 91 kilometers per hour, but I did 75. And that was good enough for me. You can call me chicken, but I'm not ready to drive it at 90 yet. The scooter has insane amount of power to bring you out through different corners. Now I'm only like on one motor. I turn the second one on. It's just insane. You know, you feel like you have all the power that you need and then a bit more. It's wiggly. It's wiggly. Man, these off-road tires.
I have chosen scooter version with off-road tires because I don't ride this scooter on the roads. If you see me in the video riding on the roads, it's just a green screen. It's not real. It's not street legal, and I never ride it on streets. Yeah. Another little downside of the off-road tires is the noise that they make when you ride on the roads. So if you ride on the roads, basically choose the road tires instead. Riding on road for me is boring. I think the scooter shines off-road. Well, as you can see right here, we got a little potential problem with the handlebars. Already during my very first ride on the scooter, which you can see on the screen right now, I figured out that it has a heavy front because of the huge motor and the big front suspension.
Nice. It's front heavy. First front flip. Try this again.
You have to have this in mind when climbing or going onto soft terrain like soft sand, otherwise the front wheel can get stuck and you can go over the bars.
Oh, it can climb.
As I normally bend the handlebars the other way on my electrical scooters, here during these drops you can see on first drop I bend it a little, and on the second one I completely bent the handlebars, which by the way were at the highest position possible. My first repairs had to be the handlebars. I had to take out the part. As you can see, it was massively bent. I tried to straightening it out, didn't really manage to straighten it well, but it works for now for filming this video. The good part is that supplier has already sent me the replacement part, so you can get replacement parts, and that is amazing. And now I will be installing it.
The front suspension, it works really well. I'm super happy. The front suspension is very good. Now I can't say the same about the rear one, and the key problem with the rear suspension for me is that it has very small travel distance.
I took this slow motion footage and I wanted to show you how small is the rear suspension travel distance. But actually now when I look at it myself, it's not that much smaller than the front one. It just maybe feels more stiffer and less progressive than the front suspension. So potentially the rear suspension is not bad because you don't feel like you're out of control when you're riding the scooter on the rough terrain. But it's maybe just not as good as the front one. So that's potentially my conclusion.
All right, the next thing, the brakes. The brakes are fantastic. So rear brake, easy lock up, not every time of the day, doesn't matter, super easy. Front brake, like killing it. It's just like instant. If you hit it hard, you go over the bars. Brakes are fantastic. These are hydraulic brakes. It's not the cable, it's a hydraulic fluid, so you have a lot of adjustment on the brake pressure. Absolutely gorgeous brakes, both front and rear.
Somehow I feel like I already mentioned it, but just to be explicit, the acceleration of the scooter it's excellent. Excellent acceleration. Actually, when you're on the soft terrain, you sometimes struggle with the controls of the scooter because of this insane acceleration. When you are on the road, you just have to lean forward enough so that the front wheel doesn't go up and you fly away. One more thing I would like to talk about is the headlights. The headlights is the favorite accessory of the scooter, at least for me. I like the way they look and actually like the way they work at night. I'm not the biggest fan of the LEDs randomly blinking on the sides of the scooter, but as you can see, the headlights, they actually show you the road at night when it's really dark.
Alright, so you want the review of Duo's D88. Here is your review. This scooter is fucking amazing. It's the most, how do I even say it? It's the scooter that gives me the most freedom compared to any other scooter that I tried. You want to go through soft sand, go through soft sand. You want to go up the hill, go up the hill. You want to go on road, go on road. You want to go off road, go knock yourself out off road. Climb up, descend down, go through puddles. You need to wash it. It's waterproof to a degree. You shouldn't put water in certain areas, and also you shouldn't submerge it under the water.
The areas you should be careful about is the bearings of the steering column. It's all the electronics and lights, and it's also the place where all the cables enter the battery compartment.
The folding handlebars actually work pretty well. Nothing got loose. Eco turbo mode buttons work well. I like the approach. You can switch on and off easily to two-wheel drive, one-wheel drive, power off, lights on, off. All these buttons work well. Super loud honk. Incredible. The ability to adjust handlebar, everything is fine. The weak spot of the entire system is this part. The scooter is very front heavy. When you drop off, when you fall from bigger height, if you just a bit front heavy, you will bend this part and you might need to replace it. I recommend actually lowering it down if you can live with it, because it's much less chance that you're gonna bend it in that way. And believe me, if you ride hard, you are gonna bend it. The front is very heavy. If you get into some really soft sand, it's not uncommon that the front wheel just will sink and will get stuck in that soft sand, and you will probably go over the bars. So sure to wear your helmet on this beast. It is a fast electrical scooter. It's not your regular Xiaomi. 2800 watt motor in the front, 2800 watt at the back. That's 20 times more powerful than standard Xiaomi M365. Front suspension is ridiculously good. I really love it. It has this progression. The more you squeeze down on the front suspension, the more it actually, so the more pressure you apply, the harder it becomes. So you never feel like hard bottom out on front. I never had it
dropping down, even when bending the handlebars. I didn't have this feeling of bottoming out the front suspension. This is simply, apparently, this is simply not happening on this scooter. So really well done front suspension. Rear suspension though, unfortunately, I cannot be as positive about the rear suspension, and it's so easy to bottom it out. I bottom it out all the time, and it's like a clunk, like a heavy, you know, like a heavy hit on the rear. The scooter is still controllable, so you can still ride it, you know, in mud and so on. It doesn't feel right doing jumps or anything like that. Brakes, rear and front, hydraulic brakes, fantastic. Folding mechanism, actually I can't tell you too much. It's not moving, it's not shaking, it's still lasting. It works well after me abusing the scooter and dropping and doing all these things. Let's just check. Does it still work after all the riding? It's stuck. Yeah, it works. Ta-da! It's a scooter, man. All right, fixed it. I lost the cap from the kickstand. It's not a big deal. Kind of still works. I will probably have to 3D print one. If you don't want to lose yours, I recommend you, when you get the scooter, just glue it, you know. You can slide it off, add some glue, make it stick there. Probably also an upgrade that manufacturer could do. Now the deck, the size of the deck is perfect. The opportunity to stand here at the back is perfect. Like the slim design of the rear fender, it will support you well. Everything is fine about it. I need more grip tape. This is not slippery, it holds your feet well, but standing here on the side, actually on a brushed aluminum or whatever, anodized aluminum, it's pretty slippery. So it's potentially an improvement point. Other than that, the headlights. Oh my god, do I love the headlights. This is for me the best part of the scooter in terms of design. It gives this nice accent, the angel eyes, the red or orange accent, and they actually work at night, so you can actually ride the scooter in the dark, as you saw in the footage, and it works well. So I absolutely adore and love the headlights, and I also like the rear signals for turning. When you're riding in the street, it's not street legal, but if you ride in the street, you can signal for other participants of the traffic that you're going to turn left or right, which I think is awesome. Every electrical scooter should have this, in my opinion. And apparently, if someone can implement that, others should be capable too, right? So here you have it, your D88. Fantastic scooter for a great price. If you want to get one, information is in the description down below. 11/11, day of singles, Black Friday is coming up. Maybe there will be some good discounts. And by the way, there is a discount code in the description as well. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what did you like or you didn't like about that video. If you don't have time to drop that comment, that helps me, then at least find time to press the thumbs up or thumbs down button. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and I see you in the next video.
Bye.